Te Pūrako o Hineahuone, the story of Hineahuone. My flesh is the deep red clay of Kuruwaka, the blood of my parents. This is my blood, of Ranginui and Papatuanuku. I am the first woman to come into being. My bones are the bones of my ancestors, gifted by my mother. My breath, the first breath of life, was mine to take, was mine to hold, was mine to release. And following the first breath, my mind and my body filled with love, beauty, wonder, and every emotion that I, the first human vessel, could possibly contain: blood, bone, flesh, spirit, and breath. Tihei Moriora, behold, I live. This is my story. Following the separation of Ranginui and Papatuanuku, light flooded the world, and with light came the possibility of life. The children of Ranginui and Papatuanuku had only talked of life, had debated and argued over it. They had not experienced it for themselves. Life could not be commanded, could not be forced. Life in the physical form was unknown to the children of Ranginui and Papatuanuku. The two atua who, newly separated, needed time to consider how life, in all its amazing forms, should be created. They prayed at this time that their lives apart would continue to follow the pathways of their ancestors, that their decisions was truly for the future. Tears of love fell from the eyes of Ranginui, as too did the mist of love rise into the sky. And after this time of sadness, of letting go, the tears and mist which followed finally settled, covering the newly woven korowai Papatuanuku had prepared long before the separation. It was Tane who followed the instructions of his father, who gifted the seed and guided by him to weave life into the fabric of the enormous korowai. A korowai of life, of creatures, of living things, held by the earth, nurtured with water and warmed by the sun. Papatuanuku waited until she knew the time was right, then led Tane to her sacred place, to Kuruwaka. This was where he moulded me from the red clay he found there. I was the first to breathe, to touch, to feel, to hold, to know, to experience everything of the newly created world. I was in awe with the creation, overwhelmed with responsibility. I felt the guiding hand of Papatuanuku in my prayers, in my blood and in my body. I felt the spirit of Ranginui in my mind and the breath of Tane in my lungs. These things helped me understand. And when Tane came to me, he helped soothe my fears, showing me his world as an atua, the creation that had passed by him, and in turn I helped him understand what it was to be human, to feel, to touch, to experience the world. And from our aroha, we had a daughter, Hine-titama, whose journey was also written before her time. I am Hineahuone, the creator of people.